In 1996, I was 15 years old, and I was working my first job at the Fort Pierce Police Department. I was too excited. One day, 3 kids came in. They looked a mess. They was crying, they was dirty, and you could see they was scared. My first instinct was just to go hold them and hug them. So I asked my supervisor, can I go in the room with them? Can I just sit with them and talk to them? She said, sure. As I approached the room, I realized I knew these 3 kids. I personally had a relationship with them. I have played with these kids and talked to these kids. So my heart melted even more. As I walked into that room, I just asked them, how are you feeling today? And they just started to cry. And I held them, and I just let them know that I was going to be here for them. They called someone to come and get you, someone safe, someone that you know. You'll be going home soon. But I did not leave that room until they left. That day, you got to remember, I was only 15. I was not trained. I had no idea what to say to them, but I knew I wanted to be there for them. That was the moment I realized that I had a special gift, a gift to give, a gift of comfort, a gift to help others. Not everyone has that gift, but God blessed me with it. 25 years later, 2024, I live on Fort Meade Army Base, and I get a phone call out of nowhere. And it was from a potential client. They called me because they heard of what I do. See, I'm an expert, I'm experienced, and I'm trained in helping others get what they want. So when they called me, they said, Tiffany, here's what we want to do in government contracting. And we know you could get us there, but we cannot start until our SAM registration is complete. So after them talking, I explained to them the process in less than 5 minutes. And guess what? They said, we want you on our team. Now this is someone they're smart, they're intelligent, but it only took 5 minutes. And they said, we want you because you could get us where we want to take our company to. So they signed with me that day. And now they're off doing big things in government contracting. So for me, the one thing God blessed me with that I learned when I was 15 and what I know now, my clients trust me. They trust me to take their company to a whole nother level, and they know I'm going to fight for them. In 2008, I was stationed out of Norfolk, Virginia. I was assigned to the USS Nashville LPD. See, we were deployed at the time in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. And one day, the chaplain came up to me and asked me, Tiffany, how are you doing? Of course, I said, with a smile on my face, I'm doing fine. It's a great day. He don't know I was lying to him. It wasn't a great day. But I lied anyways, and I said, I'm good. But he must have sensed something was wrong, because he stood there and gave me a look like, I know something is not right. But I started asking myself, how would he know? Do he know that I'm crumbling under the pressure of being a military officer? Did he know I was crumbling on not having someone that looked like me every day, other black women on a U.S. Navy ship? Did he know the pressure of my voice being silent was getting to me? Or maybe did he know that I started drinking too much? He never asked me. He never asked me what was wrong. But that day, he gave me daily devotionals. He gave me daily affirmations. See, he also didn't know my faith and my foundation, but he knew he had an assignment, and that was to pour into me where I could not pour into myself. See, I knew what I was doing was wrong. I knew I shouldn't have been drinking. I knew if I needed help, who I could call to talk to. But I didn't have the strength when I first came into the military as a young officer to do that. But once I started reading the daily devotionals, and once I started applying the affirmations into my life, he reignited something in me. He reignited my faith. So that day, I said I was going to fight for myself. I started praying more. I started attending church services more. I started to just read my Bible more and thank God for every day he blessed me with. I needed that. And the chaplain knew I needed that. He was my life savior. He saved my life because I don't know where I would be right now without him. I learned that day that when you want something passionate, i.e. your life, you fight for it. So that was a setback for me. Drinking was a setback because I knew better. But I pressed forward and I fought for my life. And I thank the chaplain today for pouring into me when I couldn't pour into myself. Daily devotionals, affirmations, they saved me. And that's why I sit here today. Because I now know how to pour into myself the right way, the godly way, the way my parents and my grandmother raised me. That foundation, it can't be broken. In 2014, I'm living here in Maryland, and I started dating online. See, I was looking for my soulmate because I really wanted to be married one day. So guess what? I found someone. We started talking for a few weeks, then we decided to meet up in Lower Maryland. Now, see, when I first saw him, he wasn't my type. He wasn't my type at all, but he kept pursuing me. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll give him a chance. See, my standards were very high. And he didn't meet all my standards. But after a few weeks, continuing to get to know him, I said, you know what? I'm going to make a choice. I'm going to adjust my standards. And I'm going to continue to date this man. See, I made a choice to choose him, to choose our relationship. See, we got married in 2017, and then I got pregnant with our beautiful baby boy. My life was perfect, right? Everything was going great. And then one day, it stopped. He stopped talking to me. He stopped communicating with me. I did everything I can to express how he was making me feel. But nothing I said worked. I felt like the gap was getting wider and wider. And then all of a sudden, I felt alone in my own home. I was married on paper, but I was a single mother in my own house. Late one night, I started to get up and write a letter. And in this letter, I apologized. I apologized for the expectations I had put on him as a husband, because I realized he wasn't ready. But at the very end of that letter, I said, we need to take some time apart. Take some time apart. On June 6th, I told him this. 4 days later, June 10th, he confirms he was buying a house. On June 17th, this man asked me for a divorce. But before he left the home on August 1st, I heard him tell his friends that I was never his queen. He shouldn't have never married me. A piece of my heart broke that day. And I had to go seek therapy, and I had to go seek guidance, because I was not going to make it through on my own. But here's what therapy taught me. It taught me not all storms, i.e. my divorce, come into my life or your life to break you. Some actually come to put you on your path and your purpose. And see, that's what that storm did for me. It put me on the purpose that God set out for me. It made me stronger. It made me a better mother. It made me a better friend. So I chose my son and I chose me. He left, but today I say thank you, because that storm was my blessing. Wow. If I could go back and tell my 21-year-old self, me, Tiffany, a lesson. Wow. At 21, I was in Tallahassee, Florida. I was going to Florida A&M University. I was a rattler. I was working at Cracker Barrel waitressing, because see, I had to pay my own bills in college. I had to put myself through school. But don't get me wrong, the pressure of college life, it got to me, but that didn't stop me from having fun. I partied up with my friends every night. Surprised I got a degree sometimes. But one night, it got real. Life got real. My best friend and I, we found ourselves taking pregnancy tests on the same night. See, as we're joking and we're taking our tests, I was like, oh, I'm not pregnant. You're not pregnant. But guess what? My test came back negative, while her test came back positive. I was relieved. But then I looked in my friend's eyes and I saw the scare and the pain. She was scared. That was my best friend. And I had to comfort her. And I let her know no matter what's going to happen, I'm going to be right here next to you every step of the way. I was in the delivery room with her that night when she gave birth to my beautiful godson. That was a magical time. But the best part of this whole story is I met her mother, Miss Ivy. See, Miss Ivy is the one who planted a seed in me to come to the military or go to the military and be an officer. That's why I sit here today as a commander in the U.S. Navy Reserves. Miss Ivy was the one who gave me the advice. Now, I have gotten advice from other people, but for some reason, Miss Ivy's advice, it hit home. It pierced my heart and my soul. When she said the military could bring you balance, structure, and give you a career, it hit me a certain way, and I listened. So if I could give one advice, just one, to my 21-year-old self or anyone, listen to the ones who came before you. See, their wisdom, their guidance, and their journey will save you a headache and a lot of pain. You don't have to take the hard road. So sometimes listen to the ones who already went down that road before you. Their wisdom is going to guide you, and it's going to set you on your path to success. Miss Ivy's advice, it set me on my path to success. So that's the advice I would give my 21-year-old self. That's the advice I would give anyone. The ones who came before you, they do know more than you. So you don't have to repeat the path. You don't have to repeat the path, and your road do not have to be hard. Trust them. Listen to them. There's a huge problem in the world today, and that is there's a lot of businesses, small businesses, that just do not know how to get a government contract. The government awards over $1.6 trillion a year. Last year, they awarded over $60 million to small businesses. But there are so many businesses just do not understand how to get in, how to get registered. They don't understand the rules, the terms, and the regulations. There's so much money out there to be awarded to them, but they just need help. But that's where I come in. That's where my company come in. We are here to help anyone who wants to become a federal contractor. We're not only going to help you get certified, we're going to hold your hand and walk you through it. See, I had a client by the name of John. He had a successful business, very smart, very intelligent. But see, he wanted to expand his business because he wanted to leave a legacy for his kids. But see, he couldn't do it on his own. So he called us, and I spoke with him. In less than 2 weeks, I had him registered. He now had the proper paperwork and documentation to say, now I'm a federal contractor, and he could start applying for bids. And guess what? He's winning bids to this day. So see, it's my mission and my goal to help anyone who wants to expand their business, leave a legacy for their kids and their grandkids, to get and become a federal contractor. Not just become a federal contractor, become a winning federal contractor. That is my job and my passion. And I'm going to fight for anyone who joins my team, or you bring me on your team. But see, we're not just helping adults. It starts with the parents, but we also helping our youth by starting a Young CEO Academy. We're branching out and teaching our young people that it's okay, and they should be a CEO by the time they're in elementary school, middle school, or high school. See, I'm a single mother. I'm a parent, and I'm teaching my 5-year-old about business already. He has that mentality of, I am a young CEO. So as we're working with the parents to get them federal contracts, we're now also working with the youth to teach them the confidence of being a young CEO. We're starting educational centers, online and in person. We're helping the whole household grow and expand. So with me on your team, I'm not only going to solve the problem on how to become a federal contractor, but I'm also teach your kids confidence in how they become young CEOs. Because we believe if the parents are good, the kids are good. And the kids always want to follow in the parents' footsteps because that's their first role model. We're here for that. That's what my team do. We are built to handle anything that come our way, and that's including making you a success. Why do people hire us? Let me tell you about Dave. Dave was already working with a company. That company was giving him, mediocre work. He only met with them maybe once a month or whenever a solicitation came up. Dave needed more. See, Dave only had 2 other people on his staff, so he didn't have that much time. So in this business of government contracting, time do equal money, i.e. you could lose a lot of money if you don't manage your time well. So I got on the phone with Dave one day, and I was like, Dave, what do you need? What are you not getting from the company you're working with today? So as I listened to Dave, I realized what he needed was speed, and that's my specialty. My specialty is to deliver what you need quick, fast, and in a hurry, because I understand time is money. So Dave understood as well. So after meeting with Dave and his team for a little while longer, Dave trusted me. Dave said, Tiffany, I want you on my team. Immediately, he signed me. And we went to work. We had weekly meetings. I set up a weekly schedule. I started sending Dave multiple solicitations every week because I didn't want him to miss out on an opportunity to set his business up for success and bring in millions of dollars. So again, remember, Dave only had 2 other people. Now you have to watch sam.gov every day because solicitations only stay open for 5 to 7 days. He didn't realize that. See, I had to break it down for Dave. So I also put in a place where I checked all Dave's stuff before it went over. He wrote us a proposal, I checked it. He built a pricing sheet, I checked it. His capability statements, I checked it. Whatever was included in that package did not go up without me checking it first. See, Dave didn't have that before. By us putting in this process, guess what? Dave started winning. Dave had already won so many contracts, he had to hire more people to help him manage these contracts. So you want to know why to hire me? Do what Dave did. Dave trusted me first and foremost. I'm experienced and I'm an expert and I'm trained in what I do. But see, I have ability to break down things for you to understand in order for you to process it. I listen to my clients. I feel what you need. I'm going to ask you what you need. And then I'm going to make a plan and give you what you need to get to be successful and win. Working with me, you can work with anyone. I'm not telling you who to work with, but working with me, you're going to get a friend. You're not going to just become my client. You're going to become my student. Because at some point, I want you to grow. And I want you to leave me and I want you to expand. And also, I want you to share the knowledge that you learn with other people. So my clients know, work with me, you're going to have a friend. You're going to be successful. I'm going to fight for you. Not from the beginning, but all the way to the end. You will never have to worry about anything. I'm accessible to you at all times because that's the relationship I have with my clients. You're not just another number on the paper. We're friends, and we're going to build your business together to be successful so you can have something to leave to your kids. So contact me. I know what I'm doing, and trust me, you're going to be in great hands. What have I enjoyed most about this experience? Oh my God, it has been amazing. I mean, Shay is one of a kind. His staff are top notch. He has brought out my stories that I didn't even know, they was in me. They're my life, but he brought them out in a way I never thought about. I'm going to take this experience and all these stories with me forever. He has put me on a platform that I never thought I would be on with other speakers and other professional people. Shay and his team, my God, y'all are changing lives, and you all have definitely changed my life. So I thank you personally from the bottom of my heart for everything you have poured into me. You are making me a success. You are bringing something out of me that I didn't even know was in me. One, you're also making me sound great. But no, this has been an amazing, amazing experience. And I will tell anyone, come and do this DocuSeries. Work with Shay and his team. If it's not on this project, let it be another project. But you're going to get so much value that you're going to take it not just on this one. It's going to expand who you are. And it's going to roll over into other things that you are doing. Now, yes, I'm a consultant. My job is to help people. But everything he shared with me, it's going to roll over to everything else I do. And I thank him. I truly thank you and everyone. So this experience, oh my God, I don't know what else to say but amazing. It was absolutely amazing, and I will do it all over again. And I cannot wait to work with you all on future projects. Thank you, everyone.